let's talk about this pretend business that you started way back when. How old were you when you started that?
Oh gosh, I was probably in elementary school.
Okay.
Not quite sure, but my first pretend business was in my bedroom. I would set up a desk and I started a printing company. And so I remember my father would come home from work and he'd get up to my desk and I'd ask him what he wanted on his business cards. And so he would tell me, and I remember his title was something extraordinaire, which I had no idea how to spell. And
could you spell it now? I mean, that's a hard word.
probably not. But so he would go away and he would come back and I would have business cards printed up for him that I hand wrote. So I can just remember having lots of different. Later, I would have committees with my friends, and I'm sitting, and I was always the leader of the committee. So for some reason, I guess I was born to lead a business.
Was he in the paper business or something like that?
No, my dad designed airplanes, so he was.
Oh, that's cool.
I guess he was an airplane designer extraordinaire.
There you go. And where do you think you learned like the business ownership chops from all that?
Well, my grandfather owned both grandfathers actually. One grandfather owned a chain of hardware stores in Augusta, Georgia, and my other grandfather owned an ice business in the summer that switched to a coal business in the winter. And so, I don't know back then if it was necessity that people own their own businesses, but they own their own businesses. And I can remember I always admired them, and I would go to their shops and they'd let me play with their adding machine and stuff. So I just always loved that. And I love the fact that they owned businesses. So I think that's where I probably got it from.